All right, so with that being said, let's transition smoothly from a class act in Chopper to one that maybe still trying to figure this whole thing out. That somebody would be Woody Johnson, the owner of the New York Jets, who was at the fall meetings, the NFL's
Isn't that
annual
like
fall meetings.
Oxymoron?
What's that?
The sarcasm of what you're implying he is, and then using owner of the New York Jets. Like, isn't that kind of an oxymoron?
Yeah, you would think that wouldn't be ideal.
You would think that if you're like a screw up, how are you the owner of the team?
Yeah.
How did you have success
Like, how did that
in your life if you can't have success in one of the simplest games, in the world?
How did that derelict get a team? Like, how does he own a team?
Yeah.
Like, how does he have one?
Yeah.
But he does. And he was asked yesterday about not only his confidence in Aaron Glenn, his winless head coach that was hired this past offseason, but also
he's a winless owner.
Well, yeah, and he also decided to point out that, it's not just Aaron Glenn, that there's somebody else at fault for the problems there.
If I were a player, I would respond to him because he's the real deal. He's no BS, there's no second agendas. What you're hearing is the truth, and a lot of times players don't get the truth. They get a lot of gobbledygook.
How have you been given Aaron confidence that you still believe in him? Are you
I hug him every day. All right?
Literally hug
I
him?
do.
And what do you say to him?
I say, keep the faith, man.
And do you really believe in it?
I do.
What
I'm
is
not
it?
a liar, You may think I am, but I can't say something I don't believe. It looks like he's turning around parts of it. It's hard when you have a quarterback with a rating that we got. He has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do. If we can just complete a pass, it would look good. You got to complete some passes. You got to convince them that you can do something.
That's why they suck.
I love how he puts it on Justin Fields. Does he know Fields was 4-2 last year in Pittsburgh? The team that his former quarterback Aaron Rodgers went to and seems to be doing just fine as they're top of the AFC North. Like, does he realize that? Is he blind to that?
They stink. Like, do you see how out of touch? You see how out of touch that guy is? Jeez, I give him a hug every day, and his rating. The other guy's rating, like, I got to tell you, it's that Madden rating is not good, but we hired him. We did hire him to come play for our team. But if you show me a coach with a player that we hired that plays the way that this guy does with his Madden rating, you're going to see similar results. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
I don't know. Why? Well, listen, if they're paying, they're paying. They gave Justin Fields $30 million guaranteed, which apparently was more than what the Steelers
They took him away from the Steelers with a higher offer.
Yeah, they had more guaranteed money. Yeah. It was a similar contract, but I guess there was more guaranteed dollars. But at this point, how much more do you need to see to realize that's just not going to work if you go there? Because I was looking around the league at former Jets quarterbacks, and Aaron Rodgers playing pretty well. Joe Flacco playing pretty well. Sam Darnold playing pretty well. Geno Smith, not so much. Once he left there and got an opportunity to actually start in Seattle,
he did well.
Played pretty well. How much more evidence do you need that it just doesn't work there for anybody?
I don't know that you need more evidence.
What are we doing?
Let me ask you guys this. What would have been the proper response from Woody when asked the question, does he still believe in Aaron Glenn? What would from your guys' minds, what would the proper response for him where you'd be like, you know what, that's the right type of response you want to hear from the owner of the organization?
It would have been, I still believe he's the guy, support him. Basically the first portion without throwing the quarterback under the bus would have been the proper response.
You feel that way, Q?
Yeah, because this isn't just exclusive to Justin Fields. This opens up the floodgates to him just being critical of every player in that locker room. I mean, the reality is everyone blames the coach and the quarterback, and they're going to move on from the quarterback before the head coach. So that's already happened. And then it gets to a point where the owner looks, he's like, well, maybe he's the head coach. But that's kind of a separate deal because that's down the line if they're 0-13, 14. Eventually, those hugs will go away and it'll be just him not saying anything to Aaron Glenn.
Man, Dan Snyder used to do that when we lost. You win the game, he hug, like jump on you, hug you, shake your hand.
Yeah.
You lose the game, he just glare at you. And he stood right in front of the entry to the locker room, so you had to see him. Once I realized that he only shook your hand when you won, I stopped shaking his hand.
Yeah.
Like, don't shake my hand when we win, bro. Shake my hand
Danny.
when we lose, too.
Where's
like,
little Danny right now, you think?
I don't know, bro.
Yacht life.
That's what they say. That's what
Summer
they say.
what, in Europe, right?
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he ain't got a
Invading
lot of
sort of-
people shaking his hand. I'll tell you that.
Small hands.
It's small hands.
Small hands.
Soft, too. Baby ass hands.
Can I give you guys a number or some numbers
Let's
that
get a number.
may give you an idea about players moving on and obviously being fine elsewhere? The Jets have the eighth highest dead cap in the league. It's $75 million. The salary cap this year is like 279, 280 million, something like that. So literally they have, it's unbelievable. 21 million of that, by the way, are to Rodgers, who's currently playing on another team and leading them in the AFC North. They obviously put 30 million in guarantees into Justin Fields, who is no longer starting. And it sounds like if Woody Johnson had his way, he wouldn't play the rest of the year. You guys got $1 billion on that, but he can't complete a pass. Again, Woody Johnson's words. So if you look at just what they've done from a numbers standpoint, he's wasted a lot of money on guys they've moved on from or guys that aren't even playing right now.
Jeez.
That's your typical Jets. Just a dysfunctional organization. And it starts at the top. And, you said, what should Woody Johnson have said? Very little.
Very little. That's what
Very little.
Yes.
Like, support your coach, move on.
There you go.
Stop meddling in football. That's not how he made his money. He's not a former player. Like, he's the constant. If Jets fans want to know why their team stinks, he's the constant.
There you go.
And he's a prideful guy, by the way. So going back to the comment about, well, they blame the quarterback and he's benched now. Now Tyrod Taylor goes in. If they keep losing, he'll eventually blame Aaron Glenn. And what I'm most curious to see is if they do go, let's just say they went 0-17. Let's just say. But before they even get there, I'm wondering if Woody Johnson is still hugging him, still making these comments at 0-12, 0-13. Because I don't think he is. He's too prideful, man. I'm telling you.
I just wonder what it is with people like that. How does that permeate through a building? How does that, like, what he creates, that feeling, the dysfunction that exists, where does it begin? Like, what is it that he said? What is it that he did? Who is it that he hired? What is it that they said? What is it? Because I lived it. Like, I lived in it. Like, literally.
Yeah, I was there for half a year. I mean, people, he flies in on his helicopter. So you're at practice, then Dan
did
like,
that.
oh, there he is.
Yep, Dan did
lands
that.
on his helicopter, shows up at practice.
But does that make you not want to play better football? Or I was indifferent. I was indifferent.
It's not that. It's more of just like, it's a distraction. It sounds small and it's something stupid, but it's a way of like the owner letting you know he's there.
And let you know he's
just
better than you. Not just that he's there, but he's letting you know, like, you're not flying in this bitch with no helicopter. You don't have a helicopter landing pad. He landed. His landing pad was right in where the practice fields were. So you felt the air coming from, like, you felt the propellers pushing the air, like it was loud, like it's right there. You're right there practicing it while he's landing his helicopter on the helipad.
To his defense, if you got one, you may as well show it.
I mean, hey,
what are you working with? It's up there.
There's the owner.
Can I just throw something at you guys that I threw in the offseason? It might have been about Woody Johnson, and this is probably going to get shot down again, but I'll just try it one more time. Term limits for owners. You get 5 years to own a team.
You can't do that.
Okay,
dude.
5 years to own a team. If
ridiculous.
we don't see results,
It's not long enough.
you got to get out of
it's
here.
ridiculous.
All right, 10 years.
No. You can't, like, I'll never be before that because that's like against everything in America. It's like against capitalism. So I'm not for that.
But it's the bottom line that matters anyway. And I mean, the New York Jets.
I mean, look, it's his money.
It still has, it still.
If they want to stink and keep throwing money away, let them do it. Like, let them do it.
What is that? What is that? Do we know what that franchise is worth? Like, it hasn't gone down in value.
Well, that's yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to look at the bottom line of it too. Some guys it's not their business to win.
$8.1 billion.
Oh. Come on, man.
That's the eighth most valued franchise. I believe Woody Johnson purchased it.
Yeah,
the Johnson family purchased it for $635 million.
He's doing just
25
fine.
years ago.
He's doing just fine. Like his losses. He's doing just fine.
Yeah. What? Yeah. You know what?
I'm not sure how accurate these numbers are, but they're generating about $663 million in revenue a year. This is based on an estimate from last year, and they've got about $180 million in operating income.
And Rodgers wanted to stay. He wanted to stay. He flew out there to meet.
That doesn't mean they're going to be better, Jonas. Like, I know you can use that as like, a damning piece of information.
We'll put it this way. At the quarterback position, they would be.
They just wouldn't be a better team.
Yeah,
like,
maybe not.
At the end of the day, we could say somebody is better at a position, and that's the most important position to be better at, but it was not going to make a difference. It's not. Like, we can live in that, but it's not going to, like, they'll get another new quarterback. It'll be a quarterback that's highly rated. We'll be sitting in these same positions we're in right now, saying the same exact BS about what's going on. It just doesn't. It is a musical chairs deal. It is a revolving door. Like, it's not going to be, this name is going to make it better. Like, it's not.
Did you see they
had him for 2 years.
Did you see the London game? Like, Rodgers would have
played 18 games.
Like, Rodgers would have.
I'm just saying, you already had him. You've had names. You've had high draft picks.
And by the way, you know who I'll
got names on your roster now.
I'll give a little bit of credit to David Tepper. I haven't heard from him. Like, he's kind of stayed out of the way for at least a year and a half. And look at the Panthers. Like, they've got a little bit of momentum.
Is it a year and a half or is it a year? Like, I don't. Maybe it's into this year.
I think he was.
He's from the Berg. He's from Pittsburgh.
David Tepper.
Yeah. Y'all said he went to Carnegie Mellon.
The business school is named after him. But he's also
Carnegie Mellon.
A bunch of Carnegie Mellon. Yeah, he's also punching a bunch of money into some other school I saw. It's their business school or something. But Carnegie Mellon, it's the Tepper School of Business, I believe.
Nice.